Yes, I think everybody's crazy. They out their goddamn minds. But when it comes to lazy, there ain't no decline to what's coming before us in a lost mind. Like what you seeing before you ain't really yours. It's held up stowed. Cause any at which moment it can be controlled by someone else saying let's go home. We taking your vote for what you done do. But forgive an urge to give on. You see, we all need a bond, 'cause we all is fond of each other. We feeling for a moment that all is brothers, all is sisters, all is mothers, all is fathers, all is nieces, nephews, cousins, sons and daughters, uncles, aunts, anyone before us can give us a hand at becoming more of us, living grand to what we know. We lust. We know we lust. So give it up for the land. 'Cause you know what's up. I don't care what no one tell you. The land is what's up. Have you ever held in your hand a salad that just made you feel so effing good? It's like when you come home and you eat mom and dad's food, it's always great because they put mad love in their craft into that you know what. But when you're out in the world, why does it always become to find a natural cure? They're gonna take shortcuts because they have to get by. And that's what worth is. Getting by while taking as many shortcuts as you can. Because the food we eat is not in demand. Unless you live in that homegrown, that proper you know what, yo. Why ain't fast food got the vegan? 'Cause you know it's cheaper. But we still hold our $2 meats up. For what the hell is this? This grease is so disgusting. But yet I freaking love it. And I've been eating it pretty much every single day for the last month. It's like my New Year's resolution was to give up being vegetarian. It's like I made a resolution to mess up. I didn't hold it up to the greens, yo. What's sustainable? What's fair for all? Living. So why do we despair? Another kind of mother and father and son and daughter to one another. The animals can live among us. We can be the grandest if we just live a must to be each other first, forgiving for all that has become of us. Because we must forgive each other first. I'll say it again if I have to. It's the biggest point. There are people living so much ahead of us, being given everything they want or need, and could give it to many of us. But let's not hold them responsible, because we did not care enough for our Mother Earth. If they could hold what they are doing full-heartedly continuing on becoming more for them than anyone else at such a substantial rate. They hold so much wealth that they could give peace to parts of the world, but don't, and hold it for themselves. You know what you want to do. You want to work for a cause that's giving properness to the world before us. That's why all the girls on those Miss whatever location they're from are always saying they could want anything at all, it would be peace for all on earth. Because you see, earth can have peace, but it doesn't have to be with us. If earth wanted to leave from what we've become, they would shift. Like, you know those winters we had in October? They're in January. We're not snowing. We're drowning. Slowly, but astoundingly faster than what we could be knowing we have before us. It doesn't take much. And when you see that the earth before you is needing restoring, we gotta stop putting shit up in the air. But we can't hold hate to anyone who chose to play the game of what someone made one day. They said I had to own a business and I had to get credited with what I was doing for the masses on such a level as if I needed to be benefited far long after completing the job before me. You will be given your glory. You hold knowledge before us, thee all, that not many else are knowing. If you know what you are doing, thank you. But we can go on without pretending we need more when others have so much less. If you have anything at all, you are blessed. So now you have 2, 3, or 4. That is more. And what do we need to do about those who have thousands, millions? Forgiveness for all. Give it back and take with you the core essence of living, the food for all. Drew, faux double deuce. It has been proven we need to come together to live out this bond for Earth. That is the only thing we care about, is giving the Earth a chance to say thank you, even though we were wrong. I don't want to be anything else but under the stars, breathing air itself throughout the night, and live on, giving something loving, and trusting that we ourselves must be something else than this telephone screen. Come on. It's with us all. Before you're 10 years old, you're making calls to those who deserve your presence for far longer than a Sunday evening. If we want to progress our children, we will be with them because we know what they want. Is it fair at a moment of the child's birth to such a point where the parents do no more of what the child wants, the child themselves? And even if it's certain to such a point, could that be at all? Do we know anything at all? Or can we just give that to God and live in the moment, thinking it is 6 o'clock, it is dark, and it is cold, and there is people out there who don't have a home? It kills me. Oh, as much as it kills them, I feel it. Yo, it's like lying to yourself because of the world you've lived on. Why? Forgiveness wasn't given. Because when you hold people in prisons, the prisoners become victims. So even though they lived in a world that made them steal from that store just to live on, the victim himself will go to prison just for trying to feed at all. All we want is to eat at all. We can provide enough, and believe you me, a home as well. Let's focus on that before the election of someone holding up a paper saying we have to do this at such a complex moment of man's existence. Do we need to be knowing that I don't even know enough about political. I didn't choose to care enough. It wasn't physical. I couldn't feel it. I lived on my own. I did what I want. I got away with it because I'm still here and I'm living, yo. God's got my back. Anywhere I go, I know that. Because my parents were blessed, and their parents were blessed. And all our parents, including ourselves, are blessed just with life itself. Give it up for that. Thank you very much. And I mean it more than that. If there's a way I could express how thankful I am to thee, to say, just living every single moment I have been given has been bliss. from my arrests to my sickness to my all out worst moments, just to be living, just to be given air, even within a prison. I know that. I was a victim for what I'm living. So God helped me cope with it. And so I did, by doing whatever I wanted. But I didn't hurt anyone. I never threw a punch, unless it was for a point at jiu-jitsu. That's how I was taught to fight. As if it's a game. But then you look at the world and you see fighting could mean many things. It could mean anger. It could mean a life has been torn apart from living, anguished from anything they are needing, all because a price is given to those deserving. Who is deserving of anything? We have been given enough. This is enough. Care about your siblings. Those people out there living so cold at night. Give them. We don't know who we are because we don't know anything.